Hello everybody, this is your boy the Almighty One bringing you a video, and this video pertains to next Sunday's game against the Denver Broncos, which are coming to Philadelphia. So before I begin my keys to victory, don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe to the video. Please smash the notification bell on top of the video, and please smash those likes. Let me know what you think after the video is complete. Alright, let's go ahead and jump right into this. For the likes of me, I don't understand why the Eagles offense is struggling the way they're struggling. It's weird. And it's the same type of weirdness that we're going through that we went through 2 years ago. And I don't get it, and I don't understand it. This is the second time that we had three different offensive coordinators, and other three offensive coordinators, one of them, which is Kellen Moore, who brought some stability to the Eagles offense by the play action passes and the motion game, which the Eagles for some odd reason have forgotten to use. Now, I don't understand why they abandoned the motion offense, because the motion offense opened up a lot of things in the pass and the run. Kellen Moore have seen to redirect that style of offense to the 2003 offense, where the offense is beginning to be predictable. And not just that, it's also injuries on the front line. We have Lane Johnson, who have had back-to-back neck stingers, and he was out in last week game against the Buccaneers in Tampa Bay. Then Landon Dickerson has had off-season knee scope, where he had his knee checked out because he had some ligament damage. So they went into his knee to remove that, and they say that he was going to be able to play, but he has not been the same guy since then. And not just that, he also had a back surgery as well. Not to mention the center, Jurgens, who has had back surgery, and he hasn't been the same. He hasn't been the same since then. So I don't understand what the situation is with this offensive line, because I'm gonna say this: we got 4 more weeks to go. 4 more weeks to go before the bye week, and I think the bye week will be a good chance for a lot of these players to have 2 weeks of rest to get their bodies back right, and to come back roaring out of the week 10 bye. You know what I'm saying? Because this is really pathetic. The Eagles going to lose one game. I'm not exactly sure who it's going to be. It may be against the Broncos, but the Broncos got a top 5 ranked defense. Eagles defense ranked top 10, world number 1 a year ago. Now they're like 8 or 9 ranked in the top 10, because the simple fact is they having issues at the front, at the secondary. The secondary is the issue on the Eagles defense. The linebacker in the front 4 is fine. It's the secondary. So my key to victory is this: the Eagles are going to play stout against Bo Nix and the Denver Broncos offense. And the reason why I say that is that because Bo Nix and the Broncos are also 4-0. They're 4-0 as well. So you have 2 4-0 teams going at it. Somebody gonna be 4-1, somebody gonna be 5-0. Who is it gonna be? Who is it gonna be? You know what I'm saying? And so that's the issue that I'm looking at right now. And keeping defense is defense. They gotta play style defense. The Eagles gotta figure out their secondary issues in the hurry, because, as I said, Bo Nix, he's airing that ball. He's airing it. And the Eagles secondary weakness is on the right side of the defense of their secondary. That's where Bo Nix is going to target majority of his passes. And then, because he ain't going to throw that ball to Quinn Mitchell, because Quinn Mitchell is locking down receivers like a tight bottle cap. He's locking them down. So that ball don't go his way. gonna go toward the right side of their field on the Eagles defense, and that's where the problem lies. And you're gonna have to get some pass rush because the Eagles have not sacked. The Eagles, I think the Eagles only got 4 sacks in 4 games, but they sacked Mayfield last week, and they got to what's the name, Stafford last week, and they sacked they sacked also that's Cowboy wide roaming quarterback as well. So that 4 sacks, and 2, 1, and 1 in 4 games. The second week 2, they didn't get against Kansas City. Where they said Kansas City? Yeah, they said Kansas City. Yeah, so it's actually 5 sacks. They got about 5 sacks. Let me get that correct. But anyway, the issue is the pass rush, and if Eagles can't lock down on the right hand side of the field, the right side of that defensive line will be open. And no defense and bust about that. So the Eagles got to solve the issues on the defensive line and in that secondary. That's the Eagles' issue. Offense. Hurts. I'm not saying what's going on, but Kevin Patullo need to call some motion offense in this game against the Broncos, because the Broncos got a top 5 ranked defense. They're gonna have to pass the ball. Got to. They got to get Hurts in good motion, good rhythm, so he can get the ball out, so he won't be getting hit and sacked like he did last week against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers knocked him around more than the Rams did. So this got to be rectified. And the offensive line is really the issue, because there's no consistency, and you having players coming in and out of the defense. Of the offensive line. There's no rhythm there, and when you have players coming in and out, you lose your rhythm. You have to start all over again. So that's where the Eagles' issue lies. Is the offensive line, the protections. They got to get Hurts. Got to get consistent protection so he can look, scan the fit, and get the ball out of his hands. If he can't see where his line is and where they're coming at him at, he's gonna be brought up in the pocket. They're gonna force him to go left or right, and if he can't get left and right, he's gonna stay right in the middle of the circle with offensive line and get hit or get sacked. That's where the issue lies at. So they got to give Hurts some consistent protection so he can get the ball out and scan the field. And they also got to open up holes for Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley had not had more than 80 yards rushing since week 2. That's the issue there. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where the problem to me lies at. If the Eagles expect to go 5-0, they're gonna have to give Hurts some protection where he can get the ball out to the receivers. AJ Brown, he had not had a 100. Well, he had one 100-yard rushing, 100-yard receiving game, and that was against the Rams. The week 1, week 2, and week 4, no 100 yards rushing. Receiving, none. The same can be said for Smitty. Smitty had not had a 100-yard receiving game yet. Boy, I really don't know what to say and what to expect. But something needs to change between now and the bye week. Something really needs to change. But anyway, that is my conclusion as far as what they're going to do. As far as getting Hurts some protection, protect the ball, protect himself, and get the balls out. That's what I see. But that's my key. My key to victory is giving Hurts protection and time to scan the field, get the balls out. Number 2, defense got to come with some legitimate pass rush to get to the quarterback. Number 3, secondary got to lock down. And number 4, Kevin Patullo got to call some play action passes. He got to call some motion offenses. He got to do something to get Hurts in rhythm so the Eagles can win this game against the Broncos. The Broncos are a good team top to bottom. We got to figure them out, get the ball out, protect Hurts, and make sure he is able to do what needs to be done to help the Eagles win the football game. So like I said, I don't give scores. I never will give scores, so don't only ask me for scores. But anyway, that's my intake, and that is what my intake for the outtake for you guys to listen. And so don't forget to comment, like, and the video. I am the Almighty Green Talent. You guys enjoy your Friday. Look forward to seeing you guys Sunday. Philadelphia, the Eagles being on Broncos at Philadelphia. That's the game. That's the that game we need to win to go 5-0 before the bye week. So enjoy yourself, guys. I'm out here. Peace.